If you want to know all about the Nucanoe Unlimited, stay tuned. My name is Wesley Littlefield, and today I'm going to tell you all about my new Nucanoe Unlimited. That's kind of a mouthful to say. Now, I've officially taken it out for 3 fishing trips, and I am beyond impressed. I have a motor guide XI3 on the front. I've got the option to do a power pole. I haven't actually used the power pole yet. And then I've got my Garmin UHD, what is that, the 73 model right here next to me. And I've got to say, it's awesome. I came over from a Nucanoe Frontier 12, and just the upgrades that they made was more than worth it. So a little bit about why I like it better is because, number one, the drainage is a million times better. I'm not constantly dealing with water sitting in the back of the boat, and I think that's just awesome. The channels drain great, and I couldn't have asked for anything better. The next thing that I really like is actually they stuck with the open floor plan, which pretty much every Nucanoe does, but they took out the front hatch, and you can buy a separate one if you want that. Otherwise, it's open and it's solid enough to actually stand on and fish from. I actually did a little bit of that today. The next upgrade is the paddle holders. I stinking love the paddle holder. It's a lot better than what was on the Frontier, just because it's a lot quicker, easier access. On the Frontier, I was always fumbling around with it, whatever, and I really like that. The next thing that I really like about it was the built-in rod holders. Now, I'm not a fan of having rod holders on both sides, and since I cast right-handed, I usually keep all my rods to my left side. Just gives me a better cast angle on most stuff, and that's just my preference. But there's one rod holder on each side built in, and then of course the gear tracks, that they're all back there. You can add extra rod holders. Another thing about the gear tracks, since we're on that topic, is they actually put it on top of the kayak instead of having to use the rails that the seat sits on. And for like my fish finder, it is totally a game changer. Or even like a camera, I can mount them up higher. They're a little bit more out of the way. It's awesome. Much better design. Is the access plates. Now, I had to cut my own holes, but they come with plate covers, so you're not punching a hole to run wires down through and then left with a giant gaping hole. They give you the access plates. What I would have liked to seen is something besides black. They just they look generic and kind of cheapen it up a little bit. And you know, my boat even has some black on it. It's not the same, and I don't know if it would have been better to try and match a little bit better the color or what, but the access plates, they're great. I love them. I just wish they looked a little different. That's really about it. The rear access hatch, I don't like that it doesn't have some kind of bag or whatever to hold all your stuff in. Now, you can buy an extra bag, but when you're already spending $1,700-$1,800 on a boat, it'd be nice, that's a $20 item for Nucanoe to add, and that would be really nice for them to add. Back to the positives, the rear handle is a huge upgrade. It's solid, and it's one solid piece of metal, and it pivots out of the way. It stays out of the way when you need it out of the way, and it's right handy right when you need it. So they did an awesome job designing that. Nucanoe did a great job designing the seat. So it sits up a little higher than my Frontier 12, which I like a lot, actually. I can fit my tackle boxes in there better, and it's a overall better design. It pivots and twists just fine. It folds down. I do like that it's got a little latch that it can actually hold the seat down instead of just having to tighten it down with the buckle. I really like that about it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I've got a whole lot more content of me fishing out of my new canoes, out of me hunting out of them. That's where I live, is pretty much on the water. So go check out another video like this one right here, and I'll catch you later.